Hi, I'm Bill Liberis, the Editorial Director of the Enterprise CIO Forum. I'm joined today by Mike McClaskey, who is CIO of DISH. Mike is also the recipient of the Enterprise CIO Forum Transformational CIO Award. Mike, thanks very much for joining me today. Congratulations.
Thanks, Bill. Welcome to Denver.
Thank you very much. Reflecting on both your experience here at DISH as CIO and some extensive experience previously at Perot Systems, if you look out at the role of the CIO, say 3 to 5 years from now, what in your mind is going to change most fundamentally, say now compared to that time frame?
Yeah, I think as CIOs, we've spent a lot of time, my career as a CIO talking about alignment and a seat at the table and those kinds of topics. And I think, honestly, we're beyond that, I think, in the large enterprise now. So I'd say one is we're going to stop talking about alignment. I think two, we're going to stop talking about a seat at the table, and we're going to get on with the important business of, driving innovation, doing it at a heightened pace, because I think the pacing of change in large enterprises seems to be increasing, and also really focusing on sort of balancing that continuum between being a strategist and an execution leader. You have to do both. And you have to do it at a pace that we've never been able to do before. And so I think the tolerance for failed projects, for instance, is going to be much lower going forward because of the demands that our business puts on us.
Yeah, I think if we look back historically, the whole business IT alignment which was always a goal, was actually a journey, I think, more than an actual end goal.
Yes, I agree.
Well, okay, you can't grow another head as a CIO, and you've got this bifurcated role. What types of things do you think may pose the greatest difficulties for CIOs in this journey the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, I think, a lot of times we talk about where does that CIO come from? Does he come from or she come from a technology background? Do they come from the business? And I think that regardless sort of the the origin, the destination is, I think the business today would expect, in any large company, DISH in particular, would expect someone who's both a skilled technologist, who knows how to formalize and execute large programs of change, and also understands the business to a great degree as well. So that might lead you to believe that perhaps homegrown candidates might be better. In this case, actually, I've been at DISH for 5 years, so I wasn't strictly homegrown. At Perot Systems, I was. But again, I think that, for me, the important parts are being that very sound technologist, that very strong execution and strategist leader. And I think, as I've proven here at DISH, you can change industries. I think sometimes we talk about folks getting bottlenecked into an industry or not being able to enter a different industry, but in fact, I think I'd be an example of someone who was able to do that.
Well, and speaking of different paths to the CIO's office, you were an English major, master's degree in English, and reflecting on that, what do you think that gave you that's been helpful to you in your role, and is there something that other CIOs might take from that experience to help themselves out a little bit as this transition takes place?
Sure. Well, I'm a booster of liberal arts educations, English being one of those. I think that ultimately the liberal arts degree is about learning how to learn. Right. So, and I think that one of the most important things we can do as IT leaders is to reinvent ourselves and reinvent our learning. So the things that I learned in my formal education were really, basic skills that sort of last forever, communication skills, the importance of speaking, the importance of writing, right, the importance of being able to read quickly and comprehend, and study, right, and I think those things sort of transcend the years, whereas whatever technology-specific learning I would have done, back decades ago, probably wouldn't be as relevant today.
Is it fair to say then, perhaps, that people who came up the pure technology route, maybe were IT majors in college, maybe got a master's degree in systems management and so forth, that they may have the most work to do for this transitional period that's coming up?
I think it's possible. I mean, I think sometimes it's a little harder to learn how to be comfortable speaking, or be articulate, or write a business case well, or have that analytical mindset perhaps that can translate into business goals. In my case, I think that I was well prepared by my education to do that. But you learn along the way, and I think learning and relearning is the theme. I don't think you're ever done at any point in your career as an IT leader.
Continuous education.
Absolutely.